As I said before, we just have to be patient. More news will eventually come out. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for coming over. Now, I've seen a couple of videos and reacted to a few where they were exposing Diddy's mom. I know it was that video of them kissing, and it was saying that him and his mother have a very weird relationship. Even Gene Deal said that Diddy treats her like he's one of his girls. So, y'all know there's a new documentary coming out, and it's just been exposed here. This is what we were fed after months of reports about Diddy's freak-offs. Family friends claim his mom threw parties during his childhood. Parties. I'll just say that. Man. It says Sean Combs continue to wade through a flurry of legal issues that have resulted in him facing federal charges as well as a long list of lawsuits. The 55-year-old, also known as P. Diddy, who was arrested in September, is currently behind bars ahead of his trial. All the while, various reports have been swirling around the former mogul's personal activities, specifically the freak-off parties he's apparently held over the years. Now, family friends are claiming that Combs' mother, Janice, used to hold parties when he was a child. The Can't Nobody Hold Me Down performer's life and career are the topic of an upcoming documentary that's set to hit the 2025 movie schedule in a matter of days. Peacock's Diddy, The Making of Bad Boy, tackles the star's rise within the music industry as well as his fall from grace and alleged indiscretions, according to Rolling Stone. Diddy's longtime friend and producer, Tim Dog Patterson, claimed that Janice Combs would hold inappropriate shindigs in her son's presence. Now, if this is what Diddy has grown up to see, I just wonder, like, if this is all true, like, what can his mama say? You know, she was at these parties. She was at these freak-offs, allegedly. But if you go and you type in Diddy all-white parties or whatever, you will see her. It says, on the weekend, Combs partied in the house, and we did that a lot. He was around all types of alcohol. He was around reefer smoke, drug addicts. It's a lot I can't say here. He was around pimps, pushers. That was just who was in our house. People that attend the parties were from Harlem, from the streets. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple there with no clothes on. We'll just say that. It just I've mentioned this before. It reminds me of Inspector Deck from Wu-Tang talking about don't be curious when you go to these mansion parties. He said they got invited and they went in one of them rooms and you'll see your favorite rapper in there doing some things. Tim Patterson alleged that at the Combs abode, there was always things going on. During the documentary, Patterson reported that Diddy eventually, what did he say? Basically saying his freak offs may have been uh, partially impacted by what he saw as a child. The producers specifically said that when it comes to his former friends' personal activities, he was of the belief that it all goes back to the childhood. Patterson was also candid about how those supposed sites may have affected him personally. I still think though something was going on, and you had all these cameras allegedly that Diddy had. I feel like somebody had him doing some stuff to because they were talking about blackmail and all that. So I think it's a lot deeper than just this here. Um, it says that's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. We were aware of it. No, that was just Saturday night. Dang. So it's just he just basically saying it was just a normal Saturday night. It says another friend, DJ Easy Lee Davis, also shared thoughts on the parties that Janice Combs, now in her 80s, supposedly threw. Davis admitted that he didn't actually attend any of the events, but shared what he heard about them. It says Janice had little cool chicks that would come around, and she made sure everybody was comfortable. At the time of this writing, neither Janice nor Sean Combs have addressed these allegations. These claims do, however, add to the long list of allegations somehow linked to the Sean John founder's infamous party. Ah, man. So, after all this I read, let me just get this. Diddy witnessed his mama throwing parties at a young age. And the parties would get a little, I mean, you got grown folks doing what grown folks do. My whole thing is, if these are grown folks, that's one thing. But if you're doing that in front, it's one thing if you in a room in a closed door and you're getting it on, and a child opens the door and sees something, versus you doing it in the opening. So that's where I'm trying to figure out. But if you got all these people coming in there, these gangsters, these pimps, these pushers, and this is what the child is seeing all the time, he gonna remember that. He gonna remember that unless you sit them down and have a conversation and be like, you don't ever do nothing like this or that or blah, 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 whatever. As long as you instill in them. But at the same time, it seems that his mother attending these parties probably never had that talk with him. And you already know the story of what his dad was doing. So if the mama, it seems like the mama, from what I see in these pictures, and you think about what Gene Deal said and all that stuff, it seems like the mama is cool with him continuing her legacy of throwing these parties, So yeah. like I said before, they said him and the mother have a very strange, weird relationship. So I don't want to put nothing out there that ain't out there, but I'm gonna tell you this: it wouldn't surprise me if some weird stuff came out in this documentary. So still waiting for it. Again, appreciate you guys coming over and watching. Please like, share, and comment below. Peace out.